Hey book nerds, welcome to Shelf Byte here on the Shelf Addiction podcast. Shelf Byte features spoiler-free book and audiobook reviews in 5 minutes or less. I'm your host, Tamara Ford. If you'd like to chat with me about the book reviewed in this episode, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Shelf Addiction. A quick note before I get started, if you enjoy this show and would like to help offset production and hosting costs, please consider joining us on Patreon or sending a Ko-fi. To find both of these options, please go to shelfaddiction.com and click on the Support Us tab. Thank you so much for your support. First, I'll quickly run down the book stats before I begin. My Lovely Wife is written by Samantha Downing. The audiobook narrator is David Patu. The hardcover comes in at 374 pages, and the unabridged audiobook comes in at 10 hours and 13 minutes of listening time. Published on March 26, 2019 by Berkeley Books and Penguin Audio, respectively. I did receive the hardcover and the audiobook from the publisher in exchange for an honest review. This is one of my situations that I read and listened pretty evenly. I read during my lunch and my evening hours, and I listened any other time that I could to get this book completed as fast as I could. And I wanted to get it completed as fast as I could because it was that good. This story is single point of view, first person, told from the husband's point of view. Millicent and her husband have 2 children and they live in the suburbs. They seem like a regular family like everyone else in the neighborhood. 2 perfect kids, great jobs, nice cars, pretty home, except behind closed doors, they have a very dysfunctional marriage, and they share a dark secret that encourages them to spice up their marriage by doing some very bad things together. Is one a little more crazy than the other? Maybe. You'll have to read and find out. I enjoyed the single POV of this book. It made a huge impact to the story by only hearing the husband's point of view of things. It was fast-paced, and about halfway through, things really got crazy in a good way. The suspense and thriller aspects really got kicked up a notch at that point. I also liked that the characters were also sort of not likable. 2 not likable characters. What do you do with that? How do you keep that interesting? Downing manages to do that with style and a little bit of flair. The second half of the story did not disappoint. The twists and turns kept me wanting more. It's always great when you can't guess what the reveals are, and I was successfully stumped. I also did like the ending and how everything tied up at the end. I also appreciated the creep factor. After reading this, you'll be wondering what your nice next door neighbor is capable of. It makes you think. You never really know, because this was the perfect family from the outside. I thoroughly enjoyed Downing's writing style. The tight plot left no pages wasted. The book was an easy and quick read, perfect for vacation or anytime reading. As I mentioned, I did listen to this on audiobook, and this was my first time listening to narrator David Patu. I liked his cadence while listening at 1.5 speed. He was fully embodying the characters, and I was all in with his storytelling. Be sure to wear headphones in a public setting. I know you don't want coworkers or kids hearing the gruesome details. Patu's spot-on narration along with the seamless editing from Penguin Audio make this audiobook an excellent recommendation for those that enjoy audiobook listening. I rate My Lovely Wife 4 out of 5 bookmarks. For those that enjoy dark thrillers, you will have a great time with My Lovely Wife. I also recommend this title for book clubs. It's an excellent choice as it lends to some lively discussion. If you've also read My Lovely Wife, let's talk about it. Find me on social media or let's chat in the Shelf Addiction official Facebook group. Don't miss out on the author interview that I did with Samantha Downing. Hear about her writing process of My Lovely Wife, as well as a few other fun tidbits. The interview is available now on the Shelf Addiction podcast. Thank you for downloading today's episode, and I hope that you enjoyed the review. Until next time, happy reading. Take care, everyone.